In this video, I'm going to go over the basics of working with strings in Python. In general, behaviors are very similar to list. However, there are some key differences which I will review in this video. So I'm going to go over indexing, immutability of strings, traversing, slicing, and finally we'll work on some strings methods. So let's start with creating two simple strings. I'm going to have string S that says hello, and then MP as Monty Python. Now the first thing that we can do with the strings is indexing. So I can always call a character in the string based on the position that it has. So if I'm saying S0, I am getting H, or if I'm saying MP, let's say 1, I'm getting the second letter, the second character of the second string. Similar to list, we can always run different examples where we are getting parts of the string. Let's say if I am looking for part of the characters in that string, I can just call the position. Or I can say, give me all the strings up to index 3 but not including. So that would be the first 3 characters. In the same way, I can say, give me all the strings starting from 3 all the way to the end. Now, as I mentioned previously, when we are calling an index, our index should be within the range. So if I'm saying hello 10, if I'm looking for the third string, I'm gonna get the 10th, the position 10 in that index. I'm gonna get an error message saying that the string is out of range. However, if I am calling, let's say, all the characters starting from 1 to 10, Python will run the code. So instead of giving me error, it will just print whatever that's available. I can just do the same with Monty Python, but if I was saying 100, I'm getting the part of the character that's available. Right? So within the range, you can again only start the beginning, just or I guess if you just define no start and no ending, that will include the whole word. Also, similar to list, what we can do is that we can define a step. So let's say I want from the beginning to the start with the step of 2. So if I'm running this code, Python will it will retrieve every other character starting from M. So it will get M, it will skip O, it will capture M, it will skip T, going all the way until that's done. And I can assign this, let's say, to a new character. So if I was saying X is to new variable, so if I'm saying X is equal to that, then I can do other things with X. What else can we do with Python? Strings, we can run the len function. We talked about that previously. We can also say, let's say, print the length of the S string -1, so that would be the last character. In the same way, we can always try to retrieve the characters starting from the end. So when I'm printing something, I can always retrieve the characters starting from the end once I'm saying S-1. So S-1 basically is going to be the last string in data string, or let's say mp n minus 1, I'm getting the n. So I can say in the same way I should be able to, let's say, slice some characters. So if I'm saying, let's say s minus, let's say minus 7, mp minus 7 to mp minus 3. So I'm getting, so it will count from minus 3 and then it will capture whatever that's until minus 7. So it will be these 4 characters. Right, so they can always start to, I can just leave these as a comment here. So we can always index characters backward as well.